want to see how many slices of pie it can eat? No, well, would you all like some pie? It's time for your strange science on a Monday. Pie is probably one of the most interesting things in math. In math and science and what have you. And it's certainly an interesting thing. So something in strange science news that crossed my radar was a piece in Live Science. It only recently crossed my radar. It's actually been out for a little while. But pi now calculated out to a record-breaking 62.8 trillion digits. Goodness knows. I think that's a petillionth, actually. A petillionth or something like that. If you go, like, what is it? It's like tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, 100,000ths. Yeah, I think it's like the 10 trillionths place after the decimal point. And a supercomputer took 108 days to run the calculations. Researchers in Switzerland are set to break the record for the most precise value of the mathematical constant pi after using a supercomputer to calculate the famous number to its first 62.8 trillion decimal places. Okay. I mean, this is one of those where I'm asking. I mean, it's strange. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. But I'm also asking, what is this gonna help with? What? I don't know anything. I don't know anything to where we need that degree of precision. The 62.8 trillionth decimal place. I don't know. Wait, I really, honestly, I don't know it. I don't know. I really don't know. You know, to what degree do we need, what application is there that exists that needs that level of precision to go 62.8 trillion decimal places out? That's what? I feel like that's nanometer precision or something like that, or micrometer precision, something along that line. What the hell? Pi is the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter. The name pi comes from the 16th letter of the Greek alphabet, and it has been used by mathematicians to represent the constant since the early 18th century. The first 10 digits of pi are 3.141592653. But the constant is what is known as an irrational number, meaning that it cannot be expressed as a common fraction and has an infinite number of decimal places. Yes, it is a number that runs on and on and on and on and on forever. Kind of thing once you get past the decimal place, which is, again, why... This is more of a practical matter than anything, but I'm seriously wondering, at what point are we going to need something with that level of precision in calculation? Because there's still the thing in mathematics of significant decimal places, you know. Just saying, it's a thing. As on August 5th, researchers from the University of Applied Sciences of the Grisons in Switzerland announced that they had broken the record for the most accurate value of pi by more than 12 trillion decimal places using a computer at the Competence Center for Data Analysis, Visualization, and Simulation, Davis. The record attempt has yet to be officially confirmed by the Guinness World Records. Breaking the record is just a side effect of our work preparing our high-performance computer infrastructure for work in research and development. Lead researcher Thomas Keller, a computer scientist at the University of Applied Sciences of the Grisons, told Live Science. Knowing more digits of pi isn't particularly important for mathematics. But calculating the value of pi to high precision has long been used as a benchmark to test I didn't know that. To test the processing power of computers. So there is actually a use for going to that level of precision. Just to test the processing power of a computer. Okay. That I can see is fair. So this is actually how they test the processing power of your computer, is based upon how many digits of pi it can calculate. How many slices of pie it can calculate, if it were. How many slices of pie it can eat. There you go. That's how you test the processing power of a computer. How many slices of pie can that computer eat? In 2019, a Google Cloud computing system calculated the constant's value to more than 31 trillion decimal places, and in 2020, Timothy Mulliken of Huntsville, Alabama, founder of a nonprofit called North Alabama Charitable Computing, calculated 50 trillion decimal places using his personal computer. Damn. According to Guinness World Records. The Davis team not only broke Mulliken's record, but it also did so in roughly a third of the time, taking just 108 days and 9 hours compared with Mulliken's 303 days, even though they used the same algorithm to run the calculations. The Davis computer outperformed the previous record holder thanks to a boost in random access memory, Keller said. Quote, calculating 62 trillion decimal places requires around 316 terabytes of RAM, around 32,500 gigabytes, Keller said. Such a machine cannot be bought, to our knowledge, and if one could, it would be extremely expensive. Okay, to give you a point of reference for those of you who are not thinking about this, your typical computer, like the one I'm recording this on right now, 16 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of RAM. Those are the kind of things that are the optimal there. They're not necessarily 300, you will not find a personal computer that has 316 terabytes of RAM on it, okay? The only thing that I can know that would have something comparable to that would be the coupled model intercomparison project phase 5 and phase 6 archive, who at this point have petabytes of data to work with. So here is that. So the computers used hard disks to beef up the RAM, Keller said. The researchers plan to use the computer that performed the calculations to conduct computational fluid dynamics, deep learning, and RNA analysis in the future, Keller said. The team has no plans to calculate more of pi's decimal places and is confident that before long, someone will snatch the record away. Keller said, quote, looking at the previous pace of record setting, I anticipate the next successful record-breaking attempt anytime in the space of the next 2 years. So here you go. If you want to test the processing power of your computer, just see how many slices of pie it can eat. Really, that's what it is. Cool little fun fact, 62.8 trillion decimal places of pi that we've been able to calculate, and that's one hell of a powerful supercomputer that they came up with to do it in a little over 100 days. Very impressive, I gotta admit, from a technical perspective. I don't know that we're ever gonna need that kind of precision in a lot of things, because they're just making a computer that can handle doing a lot of processing power. So this was a test, of processing power for them. This was not necessarily about the precision of the numbers that ultimately result. Wow! One heck of a lot of numbers. So, math-wise, there's your strange science of the day. There's 62.8 trillion slices of pie that have been calculated by somebody. And it is the record for the number of slices of pie that's been calculated, which is to say the number of digits of pi. That's your strange science on Monday. So with that in mind, I do want to mention, speaking of math, I know a bunch of you probably watched the Deconstructing Calculus video about the MAA course on Deconstructing Calculus, and I stand by what I said, that course is not about teaching mastery of math in there. But somebody after that sent me California's framework, California's new mathematics framework, or sent me many links to that. So I'm actually reviewing that now, and I'm going to do a video on that soon. I didn't quite make it this weekend. There was just too much going on. But that's on my mind to do. Anyway, that's it for now. That's your strange science on a Monday. 62.8 trillion slices of pie. I hope you're stuffed. I hope you're stuffed with all that pie. Anyway, if you liked the video, hit the like button on the way out the door. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video. Comment on the video. All that good jazz. Until next time, I hope you stay curious, my friends.